Hey man, what is going on? Goose here, Goose Sports here, and hey man, LSU West Virginia game one recap as LSU really pounded out some really big hits in this baseball game. As if you when we go over it, you're gonna see that LSU really didn't pitch well, but they got some really big hits in this baseball game, and a lot of big runs. I mean big runs. I mean like two grand slams and a three-run home run to win this game 16-9. A lot of scoring in this game, as we'll go over it all. As like I said, Kate Anderson didn't have his best stuff today, but the bats came alive today for LSU. The bats have been really, hit or miss for LSU this season, especially at times when we need those big hits and we couldn't get them. But today we got those hits. As like I said, we got two grand slams and a three-run home run, and LSU was able to win 16-9 in this game one of this Baton Rouge Super Regional. So Cade Anderson got the start for the day, went 7 innings, 9 hits, gave up 7 runs, 6 earned, struck out 7, walked 2. So it really was probably his, if you go by the stats, probably his worst outing of the season with the 6 runs given up. Then you had DJ Premu came in for a third of an inning, gave up, but I think did he get an out? I think he walked somebody. I don't think he even got an out. But then William Schmidt came in, pitched two thirds of an inning, gave up a run. I'm sorry, gave up 2 runs, walked 2, struck out, uh, walked 2, struck out 0, but gave up a hit. Then Maverick Rizzi came in for the last inning, gave up a hit and no runs. So yeah, William Schmidt struggled a little bit, and Kate Anderson struggled a bit for LSU today. Over for West Virginia, the starter was Griffin Kern. I thought they took him out a little bit too early. That's just in my opinion, because when they took him out, the game was 3-1. They brought in the bullpen, and it just exploded. The game just kind of exploded in LSU's favor, and they got up 10-1. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was a really I don't know. But anyway, so Griffin Kern got the start for West Virginia. 4 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs. They all were earned. Struck out 3, walked 1. Then you had Glass Glasscock. Didn't get an out. He up 2 runs, walked 2. Then you had Berman gave up 3 runs. Then you had Hudson gave up 3 runs. Then you had Lyman gave up 4 runs for West Virginia. So you had one, two, three, you had 4 relievers in a row that gave up at least 2 runs for West Virginia. So I don't know. I don't know if there was just going by the stats. Few of those guys hadn't pitched much this season, so I don't know what the thought process was by the manager, but it backfired tremendously for West Virginia. LSU was able to get to a 10-1 lead, and they were able to hold on and win 16-9. So West Virginia started off the scoring as they had an RBI ground out in the second. They led 1-0. Then in the fourth inning is when Curiel homered to left field to make it 3-1. Then Milan had a grand slam to make it 7-1 in the fifth. Curiel single, make it 8-1. Stanfield singled, scored 2 in the fifth. They made it 10-1. Looked like LSU was on their way, but then West Virginia battled back a little bit in that sixth inning as King singled, scored a run. Swain single, scored a run, and then Kressler singled. I'm sorry, reached on the fielder's choice and scored a run, made it 10-5. And LSU came back in the sixth, and they scored they scored 6 runs in the sixth inning as Curiel walked, scored a run. Larson walked, scored a run. Then Pearson hit a grand slam home run, made it 16-5. Then in the seventh, Kelly homered for West Virginia, and then in the ninth, they had a 2-run home run by West, make it 16-9, and that was the final margin. That was the final scoring in the game. So 16-9 was the final score, as Josh Pearson was 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs. And you had Ethan Fry was 0 for 4, really struggled today. Garrett Jones 1 for 4, he struggled. Milan was 1 for 3. That one was a big one, as that was a 4. That was a grand slam. He had 4 RBIs. Luis Hernandez was 0 for 2, but he scored 3 times. Aaron Beatty was 0 for 1. Dickinson was 0 for 2. He also scored 3 times. Curiel was 3 for 3, scored 3 times, had 5 RBIs. Who says he can't hit left-handed pitching? Braswell was 0 for 2, and Brown was 0 for 1. Stanfield was 1 for 4 for LSU. And over for West Virginia, you had Guzman was 1 for 5. Suave was 0 for 4. Kyle West was 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Sam White was 3 for 5 with he had 3 runs scored. Then you had Gavin Kelly. He had 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Skylar King was 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Jace Reinhardt was 0 for 2, but he had an RBI. And Chase Swain was 1 for 1. He pinch hit. He had an RBI, and that was should be it for West Virginia. It is. All right, so LSU wins 16-9. Game 2 is going to be tomorrow. I believe it's at 5. I believe it's at 5 o'clock local time. So I believe that's the time it is. We'll see if LSU can win. Anthony Ionson's going to be on the mound for LSU. Here to see who. Don't know who West Virginia is going to start. I know Anthony Ionson's going to be on the mound for LSU, and you can argue, is he better than Cade Anderson? I think those guys are really neck and neck as who's the best pitcher on the staff. But I think this is going to be a good opportunity for LSU to get a 2-game sweep over West Virginia. But we'll see. Like I said, Anderson didn't pitch well today. If you go by his stats, gave a lot of runs. But LSU was able to get some timely hits. Finally, timely hits. There's been times throughout this season where we got guys on base and we couldn't get that big hit. So we got 2 grand slams and a 3-run home run today. Able to win 16-9. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you guys next video, man. Go Tigers.